Colleen Ballinger has issues and it's getting worse. Hello, darlings, and welcome to Performance Perspective, where we watch different performances and then we share our perspectives. If you're new here, hi, I'm Carolyn, but you could call me Care. And today's video is going to be a bit of a tough video, but before I get into all of that, I do want to say that usually, yes, I'm on camera, but I want to catch up as far as being able to put out content. So I don't know, maybe this is a new thing, but I would also like to say, if you like videos that talk about musical theater people, talk about musicals and things like that, don't forget to like and subscribe, because this year my goal is to hit 5,000 subscribers. So whoop. Okay, so before we dive in, I want to make it super clear that today's video isn't about poking fun at Colleen Ballinger. Honestly, I was a big fan. I even rocked the Miranda Sings look one Halloween. As a musical theater enthusiast, it was awesome to see someone around my age sharing that passion. And if you know me, I'm all about performers who nail comedic timing and can whip up hilarious sketches while juggling a life full of laughs. So to really get what's going on, let's take a trip down memory lane and start from Colleen's early days. I want to share the fascinating journey of Colleen Ballinger. So she was born on November 21st, 1986 in the sunny city of Santa Barbara, California. Colleen's life has been nothing short of an adventure. Growing up in Santa Barbara, she experienced a unique childhood, partly because she was homeschooled during her 6th, 7th, and 8th grades. So, and also, believe it or not, I was homeschooled in my 7th and 8th grade. So there's no judging someone that has been homeschooled. So interestingly, Miranda, her famous character, is also homeschooled. Family is a big deal for Colleen. Her parents, Tim and Gwen Ballinger, raised a vibrant household with 4 children: Christopher, Trent, Colleen, and Rachel. Now, just so you know, is that I'm only talking about the victims of Colleen. I am not getting into Trent. I believe that's just as important, but today's video, again, is focusing on what Colleen is doing today. The inception of Miranda Sings is a story of itself. So in 2008, amidst her vocal performances studies at Azusa, Colleen noticed some classmates who, despite their average singing abilities, were quite confident of their imminent stardom. This observation led Colleen to create Miranda, a character with an exaggerated ego and questionable talent. Originally intended as an inside joke for her friends, little did she know that Miranda will soon become a sensation. Now, do I think it's an inside joke, really? Yes, I do, but it's actually, I think it's an inside joke because it was most likely a group that felt that they were better than others, and so they would go in and make fun of others. So technically, I guess it is an inside joke. Miranda Sings stands out not just for her unique personality, but also her impact despite encountering criticism. Miranda often humorously addresses her haters in videos. In a 2016 interview with The Verge, Colleen expressed how Miranda had become a role model for those who felt different, encouraging them to embrace their uniqueness. Colleen's affection for Miranda is profound. In a 2014 interview, she mentioned that the only reason she would ever stop playing Miranda would be if her fans stopped enjoying the character. Very interesting, right? Okay. She acknowledged her love for exploring other creative avenues, but emphasized that Miranda was an integral part of her life. Now, like I said, I was a fan of Colleen, so what's compelling about her is her multifaceted talent and her ability to connect with her audience, whether through comedy, music, or personal stories. From her humble beginnings in Santa Barbara to creating an internet phenomenon and inspiring millions, Colleen Ballinger's journey is a testament to the power of creativity, perseverance, and the ability to find humor in the everyday. So her story resonates with many, especially those of us who cherish the arts and the impact it can have. As a YouTuber, Colleen has not only entertained but also provided a platform for discussion, inspiration, and a lot of laughter. Her journey is a reminder of how a simple idea born in a university dorm room can blossom into a globally recognized phenomenon. So everything sounds good, right? Like, what happened? Before we dive into the heavier stuff, I want to share my own experience with Colleen's channels. She had about 3 of them, if I remember right. There was the Miranda one, her professional channel, and her vlog channel. I really got into her vlogs for a while, but after some time, I started to notice a pattern that kind of turned me off. She talked about her personal issues a lot, and it started feeling like a loop. The same problems over and over. Her fans were super supportive and always trying to give advice and encouragement, but it seemed like Colleen wasn't getting better. It was like she was using her vlogs for trauma dumping, saying it was to make us feel less alone if we were going through, something similar. But to me, it felt like she was forming this trauma bond with her audience. Now, I'm no therapist, okay? But it looked like these parasocial relationships were both hurting and healing her. It worried me, honestly. Like, I'm the kind of person who'd step in as a big sister you've never asked for, and I just felt like doing this vlog thing every single day wasn't healthy for her, and she was literally posting daily. The way Colleen talked about her fans too was like they were her heroes, constantly saving her instead of just being her audience. In my book, if you got issues, it's important to work towards solutions, not just keep talking about them. So from my perspective, this daily vlogging routine wasn't the best move for her health. Just a quick heads up, I won't be diving into every detail here. It doesn't feel right to retell the victim's stories myself. However, I will point you to a video that's done a thorough job with all the research and interviews. Swoop's video link will be in the description box. My goal here is to just give you a summary of the allegations. And I'm using the word allegations lightly. April 28th, 2020. This is when Adam McIntyre, a content creator from Ireland who's been a huge Miranda Sings fan since he was 10 or 11, dropped a bombshell video titled Colleen Ballinger, Stop Lying. Adam accused Colleen of putting him in really uncomfortable situations when he was still a minor. He talked about how things went sour after he managed her Miranda Sings Twitter account, and some tweets he posted got backlash. One specific thing he mentioned was this time Colleen sent him lingerie during a live stream, which, not great. Colleen responded with an apology vlog. She admitted the lingerie thing was a bad mistake, calling it completely stupid. Her side of the story was that she was unboxing fan gifts, joking about the underwear with a friend, and when Adam asked for it, she sent it over as a joke. She was like, I don't know what I was thinking, and assured everyone she's not a monster. Despite all this, Colleen kept on creating content for Miranda Sings channel and as a family vlogger, while Adam was bullied and seen as a clout goblin lying for attention. Okay, let's take a look back at June 4th, 2023. There was this video that popped up and then vanished. Why I Left Colleen Ballinger Fandom by YouTuber Cody Rants. They put out screenshots claiming to show texts between Colleen and her fans. The accusation that Colleen had inappropriate, exploitative relationships with some underage fans. This one group chat called Colleen's Weenies, or just the Weenies, it was alleged that Colleen asked fans about their favorite position. Sounds sketchy, right? But here's the twist. Cody Rants deleted their YouTube and Twitter, and NBC News couldn't even confirm if those screenshots were legit, showing proof that Colleen used other channels to help weaponize her fans to make Adam's story just that, a story. Then on June 7th, Adam McIntyre jumped in with his own videos, also threw out this claim that Colleen grooms her fans emotionally. This led to other individuals stepping forward to share their own experiences, bringing more stories to light. The real kicker for me was finding out that Colleen teamed up with Trisha. Okay, so wait, turns out I was actually following 4 of her channels. They kicked off a podcast named Oversharing where they chat about musicals, motherhood, and all sorts of stuff. Honestly, it seemed right up my alley, but here's the thing. Colleen was always in the super performative host mode instead of just having real talks with Trisha. And Trisha kept throwing compliments at Colleen, who would just respond with, gee, thanks, and then never really return the favor. Honestly, here's a tangent. When thinking of Colleen, something that I think is very odd is the fact that Colleen always seems to be on YouTube and it feels a sense that she has to keep vlogging daily. But this girl has been in, voiced for a Disney movie, has been on Broadway, has worked with Jerry Seinfeld, was in different shows. She even had 2 seasons of her own show. So why does it feel like she didn't really do much, or she's not able to actually have a career outside of her own channel? I'm not saying that's a bad thing, but I am saying that I think that's a very odd thing. And I also want to say is like, I get it, Trisha's not perfect, but Trisha also has a lot of things to be proud of. She has been in different shows, she has been in music videos, and honestly, I will not be shocked if Trisha ends up playing Roxy Hart on Broadway. And I think, I honestly think that she would be perfect for it, but love to know your thoughts. Sorry for going off track a bit, but what happened between Colleen and Trisha just hurts my heart. July 3rd, 2023, one of Colleen's ex-fans claimed that she shared intimate photos and videos from Trisha's OnlyFans with him. This guy posted some unverified screenshots on Twitter claiming that Colleen would have these viewing parties to mock Trisha. That same day, Trisha dropped a video addressing it. She was clear. Sending unsolicited nudes to anyone, sex worker or not, is a no-go. She said using someone's nudes to hurt or make fun of them is just the lowest. Trisha was especially upset because this stuff wasn't old news. Colleen was already in her 30s and a new mom when she supposedly sent these photos. And just a month before, Trisha was at Colleen's place meeting her newborn and filming a mukbang. Trisha did try to clear things up with Colleen. I mean, they had a show together, asking about the photo situation. Colleen denied it, saying this underage fan was the one sending her photos. So when that tweet was posted, it was a slap in the face for Trisha, and supposedly Colleen sent an email apologizing to Trisha. As for the other allegations, Colleen hasn't directly addressed these claims until June 28th, 2023. So despite her team telling her to stay quiet about the grooming allegations and the whole thing about inappropriate relationships with underage fans, Colleen Ballinger decided to speak up, but in a pretty unique way. She made a musical vlog, yep, you heard that right, sitting there with her ukulele. She sang about how these accusations felt like a toxic gossip train heading straight to manipulation station. She felt like the internet had tied her to the tracks and was giving her a hard time for her past. Her lyrics were like, "The only thing I ever groomed is my 2 Persian cats. I'm not a groomer, I'm just a loser who didn't understand I shouldn't respond to fans." In her song, she tried to explain that she was just trying to be super friendly with everyone, especially her fans, by messaging them back in the day. She admitted that she used to overshare personal stuff in DMs, which was weird, and said she stopped doing that years ago because she realized it wasn't right. Now, Adam McIntyre, who's 22 now, I think, wasn't having any of it. He hit Twitter right after Colleen's video dropped. His tweet was pretty intense. He said, "I'm glad her video did one thing, show you all exactly the type of evil woman she is, and that a lot of us have experienced over the past few years behind the scenes. The mask has slipped. Everyone meet the real Colleen Ballinger." So you think that'd be it, right? Colleen steps back from YouTube, takes some time to work on herself, apologizes to those affected, and just focused on her family and that gorgeous house of hers. But let's be real, it's hard to imagine her staying away for good. YouTube's her career, and even if she's not raking in as much as before, or if people see her as a bad guy, it's still something she could come back to. But here's the twist, I didn't see coming. Instead of owning up to her past, it feels like Colleen's trying to rewrite the story. Like Cat Williams said, winners are not allowed to let losers rewrite history. She's zeroing in on the thing that wasn't true and acting like the rest, well, it just doesn't exist. If you're scratching your head wondering what the big lie was, well, because let's face it, Colleen's been pretty hush-hush about it, which I think is calculated. Here's the scoop. The false accusation is that she did blackface in a show. Turns out she was actually painted green playing Elphaba from Wicked in a sketch. So because of this one accusation was way off base, does she think it throws doubt on everything else? That's the question. Anyway, this is all coming out because Colleen wants to bring her podcast Relax back because it is in high demand on her filter commented section. Oscar on Just Trish said it best.
And if you really want to be about it, oh, there's so many comments demanding that I bring Relax the podcast.
No.
Girl, then unfilter your comments. Let's see.
Yeah.
I am so annoyed. Unfilter your comments, take out those little safe words, and let's see what the comments really say. If you're gonna say that there's so much demand for us to know about why you're not renovating your house, or why where the podcast is at, or what happened to your failed Broadway career, then unfilter those comments and let's see what the comments say, if that's the case.
Hello, editing Carolyn here. I know I didn't think I would be on camera, but when I was recording, talking about Colleen and the podcast, I was more recording it because thinking it's odd for her to sort of test the waters to see if her audience would like this podcast. But then I just saw that they posted a new episode. And so to me, it just feels so calculated where that episode was probably already done. And I don't want to go in, listen to the interview and find out that they have sponsorships, which means that they would have had to record it, know what sponsorships it was, go and send it to the sponsorships to make sure that they got the A-OK to put it in their episode, and then let their audience see it. So for her to say things like, oh, I would love to be on tour, but I don't know. I would love to do my podcast, but I don't know. It's all performative. She's going to do it anyways and then hope for the best as far as people that show up, but then make it seem like, well, only if you would like it. And it's like, no, you want to do it, but then you're hiding behind this facade of, I'm doing it for the people. No, Colleen, you're a selfish person. You are someone that loves the stage and theater and things like that. You are the kind of person that loves the attention, the applause. It has nothing to do with the audience. You didn't care about your audience that you victimized, and then now you pretend that never happened, but then you'll take care of the current audience that is watching you, but then not actually stand in your truth of what you did. Okay, I know, another tangent, but I was just editing and I saw that and I was like, wow, just wow. In wrapping this up, it's clear Colleen's got some serious issues. She keeps using her audience as both her sword and shield, and honestly, it's pretty scary. She's got a lot of young fans who might not fully grasp why her actions are just perpetuating the harm and damage. It's not just about the fans, it's about people who thought they were her friends too. Now, if I was Colleen's friends, I would probably just tell her, like, stop talking about it, okay? If you're not going to address and apologize to the people you hurt, more like she was able to apologize to her fans, that she left her fans like that, but can't actually apologize to the people that were victimized by her. To me, it's just like, okay, well then, if you're not going to address that, then you shouldn't talk at all.
Her best interest is just to completely move on and ignore it because she's like completely in the wrong. But
That's what I don't understand.
Yeah, the fact that she brings it up.
If you're gonna act like it didn't happen, then just, and like, if you didn't say it, if you didn't say, I had the hardest 2023 because everyone was mean. And if you just lived your life, no one would have ammo. No one would have like any ammunition against you. But if you're gonna like keep lying and being miserable, terrible, and like if you want your career, whatever, vlog for 50K views, 100K views, whatever, do it. That's good. Like you can make a living off of that.
Yeah. She's going back on tour.
But why are you gonna keep dragging this around and making us all seem stupid? Like, don't make the viewers seem stupid.
Yeah. But if you keep talking about the issues as if they have never happened, you're opening up for people like Trisha, for the victims, to respond to the things that you're saying are lies. And then for me to feel a sense of, okay, I'm going to create a video to try and wrap this all up, just in case there's young fans out there that still don't understand what's going on. And to be very clear, there are huge details that I didn't even put in this video, and I don't think I even need those details in this video for people to understand that what Colleen did was problematic. Anyways, I'd love to know your perspective about this, and I hope this video was helpful. Don't forget to like and subscribe because my goal is to hit 5,000 subscribers this year. And without further ado, take care, darling.